Hey everyone, Adam here. This is the third and final set that Matt and I played on Sunday, May 26th, 2024. This is a set, a shorter set. It's a race to 3, and giving him 1 game as a spot. So what we usually do is we usually warm up. He comes over, we warm up, we play around for a while. We may play a short set early on, but then we usually go to lunch and then we come back and then we play 2 bigger sets, 1 8-ball, 1 9-ball, sometimes 10-ball. 10-ball is really annoying lately. And then we'll do like a last thing, like, okay, we have a half an hour left, what are we doing? Sometimes we do a race to 5, sometimes we do a race to 3. Stay tuned for something coming up in the next set of videos here that's completely different, but we're doing a race to 3 here. And again, I'm giving him 1 game on the wire. Let's kick this off. Somehow I won the coin flip. Is this a new trend? Is the world about to end? Is it a double-sided coin? Probably not. Good break. I got 2 balls in. The corner ball went directly in, and then I got that cross side ball to go in. Cue ball in a really good spot. Foul. Okay. We don't play those fouls. Just getting the rack out of the way. We are using the Teo Magic rack. It's funny because I made 2 solids, and I joked that our league that we play is handicap based on points, so you get more points for the opponent's balls left on the table. When we play on our own, it's not. We don't play it. We just play win-loss like regular pool is supposed to be. But it still makes me think and wonder if I should play the ones that I made the 2 balls on, because otherwise I'm giving up 2 points. But since sensibility took over, I took stripes. Everything has a pocket. The 11 is probably the tightest ball. The 14's a little tight there. Looking back at that worked out fine. I'm not sure if I like the way I did that. I mean, it worked out more than fine because I have the 13 or the 12. I'm wondering what my plan here is for the 11 and the 14. The 11, I don't know if it goes... It doesn't really look like it goes in the lower left, which means I have to come around for the 14 first and then go for the 11. Actually, the way I played this makes me think it does go. I have to jack up here. I apparently can't follow it into the 7. Yeah, that's fine. I would have kind of liked, even though I say don't hit balls, but you can use balls as blockers, stoppers. Following into the 7 would have been good there. Come on, 2 rails. Big, giant position window here. We're 2 minutes in, and break and run to start the match. That's always a good way to start. And the spot is no longer, so now it's just a race to 2. This one I didn't get the corner ball, I don't think, unless it went in 100 miles an hour, but I got every other ball on the table seemed to go in. I made 1 of each. I made 2 stripes and 1 solid. And I don't know if I have a whole lot to shoot at here. It's 8-ball in between and above the 10 and purple 5 there. Cannot use the 8-ball as a combination. You can use a stripe to a solid or a solid to a stripe when the table's open. This 1 ball must go. Oh, I played it in the side. It did not go then. Yeah, that was probably the only shot I had then if I had to take that, because stripes don't look bad. I think the 10 goes past the purple 5 in the right side. I obviously wasn't playing position on anything there. I was just trying to make the ball. This is going to be a little tough. I don't know if I can play the 5 in the side from above the 8, or if I'm going to have to try to make this and come back, in which case this is a tough shot to make. Easy to bobble this ball, easy to just miss. like that. Wish I would have said bank, but I did not, and because of that, I give up the table. So back-to-back runs was not meant to be. I mean, that table didn't really look like it could, you know, if I would have made that, I would have been in good spots, but that 7-ball was pretty bad. Now that said, I don't know what I left Matt here. The 15 is, he has to, if the 15 goes, if he can get past the 4 and past the 13, he has to jack up straight over the 2 to do it. It is kind of a safe shot, though. If you can follow forward and get past the 14, I don't know, or, yeah. Looks like that's what he's doing. Yeah, I mean, he got on the 13 in a way that I can't make any of these solids, I don't think. However, much as I like the idea of a 3-ball combo, I have evil intentions in mind. I'm going to play a safety off the 3-ball and try to leave him on the 6. Like underneath the 6 there. A little bit of top, a little bit of left spin. And that's pretty good. 3-ball I didn't really want in the way, but actually right now it ties things up. I think if I get ball in hand, I can play it in the lower, the right side. I can put the cue ball on the left and play the 3 into the right side. Otherwise, for now, because I have a mess in the corner here, until I solve that, I need to figure out how to keep him away from the table. And with the 3-ball tied up, that's one way to do it. He has to kick here. It's up in the air what he wants to kick at. Yeah, he hit my 3 head on. I'm not sure I would have gone at those balls. I would have gone at either the 10, or the 13, the purple 13, or the 15, which is way up table. So I have a dilemma here. The 4, 2, and 6 are kind of goofy. The 3 is in kind of a goofy spot, and the 5 is not in a really great spot. I think the 5 might be best to just play the 5 for the key ball before the 8. Unless I can play it now and still get on the 4. I don't think I can, so I just kind of looked at it. I think I'm playing around. That was really touchy. I'm surprised I didn't look at that longer, because I had to clear the 4 in order to play the 5. And that was because I don't have a shot in the 4 here, and I don't have a shot in the 3. Now I just have to make sure I don't get in between the 10 and the 11. Yeah, that was good. Problem here is I don't really have a shot on the 3-ball. I don't know if I can follow this over. You know, I can either stun it over or force follow off the bottom rail and over, because I'm pretty straight on the 4. It's about as good as you could. I mean, you could see the cue ball going over there. I would have liked to have some top there so I could bounce up to be, you know, at least the first diamond up the table, as opposed to this angle in this shot. And this one I have to follow past the 14 so I can still get on the 8. Which I did, and I had no idea I could get that far on it, which is all the way across on the wrong side. And now this is really weird, because I can actually make the 8 in both sides off the 10 ball. I think going to our left side is easier than our right side, but I think I'm shooting this. And I'm telling Matt, I think I'm kind of narrating as I go along how I'm doing it here. I think I'm playing it to the right side, which, looking back, I don't know if I like as much as the left side. Instead, I missed the 10 completely. Whereas if I would have gone to the left side, I would have hit the 10 for sure. Now, it's hard to tell from this angle. 10 does look like it's above the side pocket, so maybe I did have a better shot doing that way. than going left. But I had no idea that I had it in me to not only make the 3 all the way down past the side pocket. I struggle with those shots. They're on my. I should practice these one day for 1,000-hour shots, but on list, but they're not. I don't, I should say. But I had no idea I could make it that pure and follow all the way across the table. I thought for sure I could just follow a little bit past the 14, play 8 in the side, and I'd be on the hill. Instead, I left the table wide open for Matt. He doesn't need to do much cue ball wise here. Got a little funny on the 15, but I mean not. When I say a little funny, it's a little funny from like perfect position. He spun his arm quite a bit there. Matt, when you watch this back, look at that shot. How you spun your arm, and I think doing side spin on shots like that, I think what you're doing, it could be wrong on this, I have to look closer. I think what you're doing is lining it up straight with straight top and putting the spin on during the follow through. I do know some pro players do that. It's not recommended by any means. Now he has to try to get this past the 8 ball. Or that, which gets it above the 8 ball. I think his thought was that he was going to bobble the 10 and just leave it in the pocket and have me with no shot. The problem is if he would have made it, he wouldn't have a shot on the 11, and the 8 would be hanging. He'd be in a tough spot. So I think playing the 8 down the rail was fine, but I think either following or probably drawing back for some sort of shot on the 11 was the way to go. Here I'm trying to play it off the rail, off the 10 and in. I don't think it has that angle. Looking at this. Oh, okay. I was trying to make the 10 and leave him corner hooked for some reason. I remember that now. Or leaving him down there, either corner hooked or like on the side rail or on the bottom rail. Needless to say, that is not a recommended shot. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. We got these t-shirts for playing in League of Romine that says it worked in my head, and yes, that worked in my head, but not in reality. Unfortunately, the two are not always in sync. Insert joke here. He basically just has 2 stop shots and he's out. I think I got him on a much better pre-shot routine. Looking at the angle, taking a look at it, figuring it out, getting down on the shot, knowing what you're doing, and then executing. And he is the first to go on the hill. I may or may not have hit that before. We're watching some sort of video on my phone here. I don't know what. Oh, you know what that was? That was the Roberto Gomez reverse cut shot in the 1 pocket at Buffalo's. Anyone who's seen it knows what I'm talking about. Here you got the 2 in the side, cue ball in the middle. You're putting the Moat rack, the Teom rack. It's Moat if you put it upside down. This table looks pretty good. 4 ball is an issue for solids. I do not know if it goes in the lower left. It does not look like it does. 15 and 11 are an issue for stripes. But if you can get down for the 11, like if you get down below these 3 solids, you can play the 11 into the 15, play it to the rail past the 9, and you have the 9 or the 11 as your, the 9 or the 12 up table as your insurance balls. I think because of the 4 ball, I like solids, or I like stripes better. Although, remember what I said last rack, that you can play the stripe into a solid. I like the 15-4 for a starter here much better. A lot of times you don't remember that because it's, when the table's open off the break, which it always is in our rules, you can play stripe into a solid or solid into a stripe. And unless you do that, you're good. Now, I know a lot of players like following balls more than stunning. I know some players like stunning. I'm a stun player. If you watch me, if I play 100% of my shots with stun, I'd be happy. You should be equally good as both, at both, but sometimes you have a preference one over another. I'd like to see him do more stuns there. In these situations, I think you get better control over the cue ball as opposed to whatever I did here. I decided to take stripes because I liked them better now that 4 ball was out of the way of the 11 and 15. And instead of just stopping it or drawing it back an inch, I drew it back too far. I don't think I can go past the 1 here. And I think my only real shot is either the 14 in the side, which sends the 8 ball flying, or this 12 ball. Now, if I make the 12 ball, I should be able to come out for a shot. Which I do, and I did. Things look good here. If I can get from, I don't know if I can get from 13 back to the 10. Or if I have to go 13, 14, 10. I think I'm doing 13, 14, 10. Yep. Although I didn't get to the 10. I really hope I'm not trying to do 14, 9, 15, and then getting on the 10. Although, if the 10 goes in the upper left corner, that's not terrible. I'm looking at that now. A couple things I'm either doing here. I'm either leaving this for the 9 ball or I'm following forward for the 10 in the upper left. Yep. I'm going for the 10 here. Knowing that almost a stop shot or drawing back a little bit can get me on the 9 in a good way. I did not snooker myself on the 8. I almost did. Almost froze it to the 8 here. But really all I have to do is play this off the rail, follow it a little bit forward, play it off the rail. Instead I crushed it. I'm still good here. I just have to navigate through this 4 solids. I'm probably the best shot here is to draw a straight back, a little bit of inside spin. Okay, didn't even bother wanting to go to the rail and out. Just kind of stun draw it over, and then I should be straight in or near straight in on this 8 ball. And we are hill at 2. Last rack, I will get the last break. And I noticed that I changed my side of my break. Immediately made the side ball, or the corner ball, both side balls. There are certain balls that will go, like in your head-on break, the 2 balls below the head ball tend to go up to the sides, and then there's those 4 rail balls that'll go in the second ball break. There's the far corner ball, the near corner ball, the 2 side balls will go cross side, and there's a couple others that go, and one goes up in the corner, and there's a number of balls that tend to go. And when I say go, I don't mean go in all the time, they just tend to go towards pockets. Here the only issue is the 13, but it goes past the 2 into the side as long as I'm on the top side of it. Be really cool to end this with a break and run. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I honestly don't remember this. This is a week ago, and that was a long time ago. It's like 7 weeks in dog years. I don't know what that has to do with it because I don't have a dog, but it is. I got, I don't know how I feel about that because I use that as a stopper or blocker or stopper, but that could have easily gone the 6 into the path of the 11, and I could have gotten in trouble there. It turned out okay. That did not turn out great. I was trying to draw past it to not hit the 5 and play the 11 in the lower left. Now I have a crazy cut, but there's a huge side pocket. Like without these 2 balls in front of the side pocket, this would be a really hard shot. As it is, it's only a semi kind of hard shot. and it goes off of him and leaves me not really anything. I needed that one to come out to stop an inch short, and I would have had the 11. But instead, I'd only have really, I don't want to kick at the 11, so I decided to kick essentially 2 rails at the 13 on the side. 13 is a purple ball. And almost make it. And it definitely did hit the 13 first. It did not hit the 2 first. And that would have been it. I mean, I could have easily navigated the 11 to the 8. And I leave a pretty good table for Matt here. Only 5 balls based on what it went in on the break. He should, I don't want to curse him, but he should get out here. In fact, this is the kind of layout that I would expect any league or tournament that I play in, that I would expect any opponent to be able to get out here. I should not expect to get back to the table. Granted, there's still some stuff to navigate. There's still the weird occasional miss. There's the possibility of getting snookered. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. But the mindset that I have is that if I leave, that I should have, and I do have, is if I leave something like this, my opponent should get out. And having that mindset means you need to pay more attention to what you're doing to make sure you don't leave yourself, or to leave your opponent with this position. This is going to be really good. I'm assuming the 2 goes past the 13 on the side. If it doesn't, then there's some work to be done. I think he's concerned about being over the 4 to play the 2. If that's a big concern, he could draw this with center ball, maybe, a little bit below center, maybe a little bit of right, play the cue up to the top rail, into the side rail, and back for the leave on the 2. Assuming the 2 goes in the side. If the 2 does not go in the side, then he has to take the 4 and he has to try to draw the other way, or follow the other way and play the 2 either in the same side as the 4 or in the lower right corner. I think the 11 passes or blocks the path of the 5. So the 5 does not pass past the 11. The 2 must go in, so he's taking this right now. I think he wanted to hit the 8. I don't think he wanted to come this far down. Now, granted, he has a relatively straightforward shot on the side. He has a relatively straightforward shot on the upper right corner. This is on the 5 ball, the purple 5 ball. And that will lead him. If he plays in the corner, the problem is he's elevated over the 11, which he doesn't really want to be. Plays on the side, he has to worry about the leave on the 4. Don't know if he can get into the 8 ball here, if he's going to go around it. Yeah, he played that really well. Getting to the 8 at a good angle to get it out of the way, and now he needs to just navigate to get a shot on the 8. It does not go, I'm going to say it does not go in the side past the 13. So he either needs to play 2 rails around to play it in the lower right, or 3 rails around to play it in the same pocket the 4 is going in now. It's a matter of what you feel on the table and personal preference a little bit. And you got kind of 50-yard line-ish, but I think this is good to play it in the side. If I was playing this in the side, this is where I would expect to be. Let's put it that way. Problem is, as you've seen in the other 2 sets, the side pockets have been biting Matt all day. So he is a little bit concerned here. But taking his time, not rushing into anything. And he's out. And he wins the set 3-2. This was the third and final set we played on Sunday, May 26th. I'm seeing vast improvements in Matt's game. I shouldn't say vast. I'm seeing improvements in Matt's game on a lot of things that we've been talking about. So there's a lot of little improvements that make up a lot of things going on in his game, and it's definitely been showing up in leagues as well. We were on a winning streak last few weeks, and we've been doing really well against some tougher opponents. So that's gonna be it for this one. Look forward to the next set of videos that we played yesterday, and I will post those at some point. But until then, everyone, have a great week or month, or until next video, and we'll see you later.